Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi, lovelies. Welcome back to another episode of Shaggy Cafe. I'm your host, Rania. And together I have with me is my bestie, Syazrina. Yeah. So, of course, as usual, before we start, let's do some gratitude and a little bit of affirmation. So three things that I'm grateful for today is I'm grateful for the weather today. I'm grateful that I am alive today. I'm grateful that I'm living in this very shelter right now. And okay, the affirmation for today is I am kind and respectful to myself and to the people around me.
I am kind and respectful to myself and to the people around me.
Yes. Good job. Good job, guys. Before we start, Shazrina here. Please introduce yourself and give us one fact about you and three current obsessions.
Okay, my name is Syazrina, and people usually know me as Shaz or like call me as Shaz. Fun fact: the language that I usually use is actually Malay. Mixed it with English, but then I spoke mostly in Malay as well. So throughout this video, unless the previous episode, I'm actually gonna use a lot of Malay. So bear with me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think she explains things better in Malay anyway, too.
I'll do this voluntarily actually. If there's anything that you guys can't hear me, like can't actually hear me because I'm probably muffled right now, I'll actually put on the subtitles for you guys as well. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
She's
then
just my team, a part of the team.
yes, okay.
And then three current obsessions.
Trigger an obsession. Oh, okay. I'm gonna show you guys. I brought this today, and I have an obsession over my sister's digicam. Like currently, I took everything here, like seriously. Then my second obsession is the friends that I have that I gained actually like masa ujung bulan November ni. Because it was actually our like last. This is actually our last year in our school in our high school life, and then we did a lot of activities. We did a lot of sport house competitions, and there I actually gained a lot of friends as well. And then the last obsession right now I have is one of my friend and my cousins are actually in Japan right now. So I'm always looking forward to their stories or like their Snapchats because I know they're gonna be posting about Japan, and Japan is like a really beautiful place
It
actually.
is, it is.
Yeah,
Yep, that is
that's
actually
all.
lovely. So, from the title itself, the title's called Love and Akhlaq. And it's a Malay word, but also an Arabic word. So, the key agendas, the things that we're going to be covering, we're talking about today is first, again, the common questions. First question, what is akhlaq in general and in Islamic terms? Secondly, what is the importance or significance of akhlaq? And thirdly, how can akhlaq bring out love and vice versa? So let's start with the first key agenda. Akhlaq, basically, the direct translation just means manners, ethics, and morals. In Islamic terms,
Yeah, your characteristic.
do you want to answer the question first?
Akhlaq is just the characteristic of a person. So it doesn't actually have to be in a religious way. It's your personality. So
Like, it basically means that it's like your
mm,
soul's character and it shows on the outside as well. In Islam, it's not only about like fixing your salah and fixing like reading the Quran more, but it also like since Islam is a lifestyle, it also means that you also have to fix your character in order to fully practice and embrace Islam. In my understanding, it's like it's the character that you have that you continue to practice as a lifestyle. And these are like the good characteristics. Like for example, like even if you focus more in your salah and like reading the Quran more, like if your soul is still much like dirty and it's still like your actions are still not as like nice, it's no point, I would say. It's no point because like as a Muslim, you also have to focus on your speech and your actions towards people because again, like how Islam works, it's like it's not an individual thing. It's a very selfless religion. Like you all work together as a community. Like what you do to yourself and to other people, like you can gain rewards from it. Like let's say if you do nice, you inspire other people to do nice things too, and you both get the reward for it.
akhlaq is technically your characteristic, right? So akhlaq can actually be good and actually can be bad. And then akhlaq in Islam, we actually like what like what Nabi said is that the best of you is the best towards your people. And then this proof a lot the importance of akhlaq in your daily life even because again Islam is not just about like doing your ibadah, which is like your sambayang, your puasa and all that, but it's also like a part of your life. It's actually cara hidup. Yeah. Yeah. But like macam three things that we should be grateful as a Muslim is that you have the benefits of doing ibadah and benefits of like your iman, like because not everyone in this world is actually like macam have faith in Allah, right? And then one other thing is the benefits of your akhlaq. So one thing about akhlaq is even if you don't have any iman, you can still have akhlaq. And then what great things about that is like in Islam, you have to improve both of it, not just one or another. Because like even it's very important to be nice, not just to Allah. It's not just like macam the whole purpose of life is not just you do like macam it's of course for Allah, but then even Allah tell us to be nice to people. Yeah, that's why like macam is the importance of akhlaq because even though we live in this world for a while only, I feel like it's really important because the way you act with people,
It stays.
yeah,
It
it
stays with
stays.
other people. It's like kind of like related to how leadership works as well.
Mm,
Like how a leader, they're not remembered because of their man and the way their system works. If they're remembered by how they treat other people and how they like helped everyone come together
mm,
as a one unit and can help everyone else to grow.
yeah.
That's how people are remembered. Like it's from their like jasa to other people.
Like, and I feel like that's like very much related because one thing about akhlaq is as a Muslim, you the way you act towards people really impacts how people perceive you, especially to the people who are very new to Islam. So I feel like with every actions you do, like macam you need to be very conscious of how you present yourself. And then like with that you have to be nice to people because that is the teaching of Islam. Like what you say, it's not a selfish religion. So what it meant by that is what we do in Islam, like our main goal in Islam is to actually to be like to have reda Allah, like macam to masuk surga, like that's our final destination. So whatever you do, like macam what I mean, it's not a selfish religion. We, as a Muslim, sometimes we have to set our personal feelings aside. Like the quote that we've heard before, biar orang buat jahat arah kamu, jangan kami buat jahat arah orang. People do bad to you, you be kind to them, because you don't know one of your actions would actually bring them to us, like to Islam. You want to prove them wrong. Their perspective. Because this is how we are taught in Islam to be kind. Kalau you buat jahat saja, you're gonna prove them right lah. Like macam, oh, so this is how Islam is. They're just like orang suka
Like
hina
other
apa. Yeah,
people.
exactly. Like, but then if you're like doing kind, then they're probably gonna be attracted to Islam more.
Yeah. That's the thing about akhlaq. It's like in terms of speech, like you don't argue back. You don't try to prove your point. You don't try to be. So you don't try to sound egoistic about it.
Mm,
Like akhlaq is about staying calm and persevere no matter the situation. Any inoccurrence, is that what you call it? Like
mm.
that has ever happened in your life is actually, it's not like a bad thing, but it's in Islam we believe it as a test, as ujian from Allah,
It's a test for you. So
to
in
see if you
yeah,
can overcome it, to
yeah,
see if you can
overcome it.
overcome
And then
it.
like macam, the whole purpose of like hardship in Islam is actually just to make you improve better as a person, also, but also to increase your rank in the akhirah as well.
Like there's this one like post I've seen here. They said it in like for the ladies lah, but they basically said carry yourself with elegance and kindness. You can be the most gorgeous girl in the world, but if you run your mouth all the time, constantly showing off your blessings, seek attention, become argumentative, speak arrogantly, gossip and lie, cheat people, and always have insincere intentions, just know that all that gorgeousness is a whole lot of nothing. So no matter how beautiful you are, again, appearance does not matter. It's about your soul. It's about your personality. If your personality is trash, then there's no point being having all that beauty, having all that like wealth, having all that fame.
Yes.
It does not matter.
What
If
negative
your
person?
personality suck, you suck.
Actually, that's true. I mean, honestly, even if you think about it, even the blind, the deaf, or like the mute can tell that you're kind by your actions. Like
That's
for them,
true.
it doesn't matter if you're pretty, like, especially
Mm,
like mentioned for
yeah, like
for the
the blind for the
yeah
blind, they
for the
can't see how you look,
yeah,
right?
they can't see how you look like much. So it shows that it doesn't matter how pretty you are, but if you have a kind soul, it will eventually radiate spa. Like much,
Yeah,
it's gonna receive to every people that you know.
yeah. Okay, there's this one quote I heard or read somewhere. Love is where the blind can see and where the deaf can hear. It should be something that can be felt by, again, you said everyone, anyone.
Actually, I'm gonna talk about one of the importance of like
Akhlaq.
akhlaq as well. If you have got akhlaq and you just like macam let things go, like
Mm,
it's good for yourself as well, because in that way, if you know like macam okay, you know what they say doesn't matter to me, or like macam what matters is how I act towards them. I feel like that way your heart would be more at peace,
mm.
because macam you just let things go, like
You forgive.
yeah, you forgive. You know how like macam people who have revenge towards people, they never actually live in peace. Like
Yeah.
like you
Yeah, that I know from past experiences. Like people who hold grudges and people who like throw shade like on
mm,
their like social media. You can feel that
you're
hatred.
negative,
You can
yeah.
feel that negative energy. You can feel that hatred radiating off of them. For some reason you just know like this person is not someone who you should hang around with. And the
Mm.
people who just radiate off negative energy just repels other people.
True,
Yeah.
really true. Unless, and probably the only thing they attract is probably negative people, which is like
Yeah.
technically not good for your life.
Yeah, like that's I think that's what I learned from the wizard list. People with like low vibration always attracts people with low vibration. So the people you hang out with is basically a reflection of your soul. If you have friends that radiate like negative energy, then that means you also have that same level of vibration with them.
Even like macam, even if you want to believe that you're better than them, even though you probably are, you're probably gonna like take up some of their
Their negative
negativity.
energy,
Yeah, like
yeah.
macam their negativity as well. Like macam all their bad habits
Yeah,
probably as
because you
well.
hang around with them.
Yeah.
Like it's I feel like it's natural for
Yeah.
someone to adapt. Yeah, it's because they're trying to adapt to the other person's like habits and their lifestyle.
Mm.
So because of that,
I feel like
they
that's how human works, bro.
yeah,
Yeah.
and because of that, they kind of like although you're a high vibrating person, the person who radiates like negative energy can drag you down to that lower vibration.
Yeah, that's why like the people around you is really important. Like that you need to know who to be close with, and who to like to
Repel.
yeah to repel from, like who to remove yourself from. Yeah.
Yeah, I see here, again from Pinterest, like Akhlaq is also another example of emotional intelligence. Basically, again, how you deal with things, how you deal with setbacks, and how you deal with just people in general, and how you deal with like all the things that has ever occurred to you in life. Like you, Chana, like all the things that are like given to you, they're all like tests from Allah. Like they're all tests on how you like react to it. I feel like emotional intelligence or akhlaq is something that you can practice over time. We're still like trying to figure out that like at this age, of course, because like I thought like Islam is just all about your ibadah, your prayers, your Quran, your fasting, but I never thought that even manners play a big role as a Muslim. Like how you treat people is also something very important.
Also, one thing like about akhlaq as well, everything that you do, you need to set your niyat right. So what niyat
Mm,
is technically your attention. Even for even from your akhlaq, you actually get
reward.
yeah, you actually get reward from it. Oh, also one of the akhlaq that I know is like actually being humble.
Mm,
And I feel like the importance of being humble, like Masham, one thing about Islam is that we cannot look down on others,
mm,
because at the end of the day, we don't know.
They might just be better than us,
Yeah,
to be
they might
honest.
just be better than us. They might have a better ending than us. They might be the one
Mm,
who actually be in Janatul Firdaus apa. Like
I
macam
mean,
we don't know like how our life we're gonna be. Like macam I feel like that's one thing about Akhlaq is you can never know if a person like if yourself is kind because you're in a state where you are very comfortable apa. But what
when
if
you're happy,
yeah
yeah.
when you're happy? But what if you're struck with a lot of disasters? I feel like that's one thing. If someone who's like really poor or would you give the things the only thing you have to another person just for the sake
Mm,
of it? I feel
like
like
if you had like $10, only $10 in your hand, would you
yeah.
give that?
One thing about Ahlak is about humbleness. Having that type of mindset, like whatever you do, set your attention right. Like
Mm,
macam you have to see yourself or you have to think, okay, are you actually doing this for the sake of Allah ataupun are you just trying to please people? Like that's one
mm,
thing about Ahlak. Like that's what I believe lah.
yeah,
Even though it's nice to have like to dengar pujian from people, but
yeah.
it doesn't really it doesn't really matter.
Matter at the
But
end of the
yeah,
day, because who are you trying to please here? Like when you please Allah Subhanahu wa Taala, you get rewarded for it. Like you get places in Jannah. You get gold. You get palaces. You get your own like what lakes and stuff like that. It's more worth it in the afterlife, less compared to like when you please other people.
I feel like that's the importance of akhlaq as well. Like
Yes.
macam it nurtures you, like what I said before a lot. Like
Mm,
macam it nurtures you as a person to be like resilient. I would say, yeah, resilience.
persevere.
Yeah, persevere. Like macam just to like you know that this world is just temporary. That your goal is not in this life, but it's the afterlife. Like macam
Mm,
even if you fell here, like what matters is your good deeds. Yeah,
true.
but
Your good values, your good morals, the boundaries you set in this world. Allah has set boundaries for all of us. Like it's and everything's just stated in the Quran. Like I don't have to mention. Allah has set boundaries for us, and all we have to do is just he follow it. But he gives us um the decision if you want to follow it or not. But you have to bear with the consequences if you don't. The boundaries that has been set, they're all good for you, and they're
it's
actually like
it's actually
your
for
road to
us.
Jannah. It's
Yeah,
like macam
it's actually
that's
just for
literally
us.
a cheat code.
Yeah,
The boundaries that were set, those are actually cheat codes for your afterlife, for the benefits of your afterlife. So, I mean, why wouldn't you follow it? You know,
yeah.
like because this dunya is very temporary. Everything is temporary in this world. Like nothing lasts forever. Nothing stays forever. So what's the point of like clinging on to it?
We know that Allah have good attention intention to us. Like macam what He wants is just for us to have a higher rank in Jannah, to just the
Mm,
best for us. So why would we question what He wants here? Like
yeah.
macam what He said. I hope no one is interpreting me this wrong. It's good actually to ask questions, apa. But then if you actually don't have any like macam if you don't find your answer, sometimes you just have to let go, so
Mm,
it doesn't rusakkan your iman pulang.
yeah, true. So I guess we can like give our last advice. Tawakal is also one of the most important value that we should have in our lives. How do I say, like if you don't know what you're doing and you don't know like what you can benefit from it, like you said, like being kind to other people and
Yeah.
even when they're doing bad things, like you don't know what you might get in return, but you believe that you will benefit something from it.
Yeah, I have one quote that I actually really like. This is actually from one of my friends while I were doing the school magazine. Shout out to her if you ever watch this. In a world where you can be anything, choose to be kind. I actually love this quote a lot. I actually have to contemplate, like I have to like contemplate myself, like
Your
after
action.
yeah, and my actions after reading that. Like but like I was just gonna drop that up suggest. Tapi like
Mm,
macam one of my advice is set your attention right. One of my advice is that set your attention right. I have something in my mind that I forgot. It slipped off. It slipped off. Okay.
yeah, this is a bit of a roller coaster. Like we're going here and there.
Have
Probably not a
fun
roller
editing.
coaster. Well, yeah, I guess that wraps up today's episode. I hope that was very helpful. Like we talked about a lot of things,
Yeah, even though
in
we
and out of topic,
yeah. I hope
but
even if it went out of topic, it's still beneficial for you guys.
yeah, I mean,
Thing one advice that I also have is
mm,
don't try to debate with people that always look at you the wrong way. Like macam you can explain yourself, but then once you realize that they're just wanna wrong you, just stop. Though it's not worth all the struggle.
True.
Seriously, like macam I feel like if you trying to debate, you're just gonna waste all your energy
Yeah, yeah.
unless you actually enjoy it. But I don't. I doubt that.
Who? I mean, who would?
Yeah, but like macam honestly, like unless you actually just like if you purely think they're just trying to exchange your opinions together, then it's
Mm.
okay. But then if they're just trying to go against what you're saying, then I feel like it's pointless. For the sake of your peace, just let it go. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. That was a very good episode, guys.
Hopefully,
Hopefully,
hopefully
yeah.
it's not to my fault.
Yeah, hopefully it's yeah, I hope this mic is actually taking in everything that we say. Yeah,
Yeah.
also I'm also grateful for these mics. I should have said that. I just bought them recently. And they're so cute. I gave like little stickers on them too. But
She
okay.
got it wrong. It's
But yeah,
really
thank
cute.
you for watching everyone. I felt like that was a bit too quick, but because there was just a lot of things to take in. But
Yeah.
yeah, hopefully
We're
it
gonna
was
continue.
beneficial for you too.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next episode.